Alright, so let's discuss the results of this chalk talk. I'm going to start on the side that says book reports. Alright, so facts and events that happened in the book. Okay. Details about the book. 3 check marks. Raise your hand if you either put a check or you wrote this for our book report. Anybody? Alright, so Nolan, what do you mean about details about the book?
What happened?
Okay, what happened? Alright, Crystal, why did you check it off? Same thing, so what happened, alright? Essay on book main ideas, okay? Raise your hand if you wrote this comment. Denitra, what do you mean by essay?
Like paragraphs, what happened in the book.
Alright, so can it come in another form or does it have to be an essay?
You can come in another sentence.
Alright, so different forms. Someone's opinion. Okay, what happened in the book takes too long to do. Well, if it's the main ideas, would that really take a long time? Not necessarily, right? A summary of the book, summarization of a book. Alright, so let's go over to book review. How you feel about the reading. Okay? How you feel about the book. Easy. 2 check marks. Who wrote easy? Amber. So what do you mean by easy?
It's easier to do than a book report.
Why?
Because a book report is like the big main idea. A review is like the review of the whole book, not just like the main idea.
So when you say the whole book,
Like what's happening in the whole book in general.
alright, so maybe including the details and the, okay. There was 2 check marks. Who else checked off easy? No one? Anybody? You don't want to admit to it?
I didn't check
Did a ghost do it?
Hold on.
2 ghosts did it? Okay.
Hold on.
Easy.
You didn't do it.
Alright, what about, alright, someone else's opinion about a book? Personal opinion on the book, dislike, like or dislike. Alright, these are good. Alright, so there's clearly a difference between the two, right? Between a book report and a book review. So let's go back to report for a second. What other reports are we familiar with other than a book report? What other reports exist out there? Alright, the weather report, alright? And what does a weather report do? It reports the weather, right? But what do we get out of that report? The forecast, right?
How to dress.
Right, you get the idea of the weather, so it's strictly information, right? Alright, just information or what to expect about the weather. What are some other reports that we may run into? The news report, right? And we talked about this in here. If it's a news report, it's just the facts, right? Again, just information. What other kind of reports? Okay, progress reports or a report card. Alright, and what is the purpose of a report card or a progress report? To get you in, other than to get you in trouble.
Progress report is to show you improve on. And then the report card is like the outcome of your grade.
Alright, so the outcome of your grade. So again, giving you information. Alright, so most of you guys were on the right track that for the most part, a book report gives you information about the book or a summarization about the main ideas of the book. Alright, so let's take a look at book review. Let's look at review for a second. What are some other sources for review other than a book review that we know?
Test review.
A what?
Test
A test review. Alright, think outside of school. Reviews. Does anyone play video games in here?
Video game review.
Video game reviews, right? So when, what's the name of that game? It starts with a,
Mortal Kombat.
Alright, Mortal Kombat, right, is coming back out. Before you purchase the game, would you check the review? So you already know it's going to be good? No. What about a new game you've never heard of? Would you check the reviews first?
No.
Possibly, right? What about music? Right, the artist is coming out again. They've been gone for 10 years. Right, I think Eminem, he was gone for maybe, 7 years or so? And then his new album came out. Did anyone check the reviews?
No.
Or at least listen to them? Teresa?
And film review?
Okay, even film reviews, right? So movies come out, right? Does anyone look at the reviews before they'll go see a movie?
No.
No.
I look at the preview.
Alright, so there's most people. Alright, so you may look at the preview, but maybe you guys don't do it yet. But most people look at the review first before they go to see a movie. Or before they go buy a CD or buy something on iTunes, right? Or before they buy a car, right? Don't your parents, they may check the review, the safety reviews of a car, or maybe gas, right? The fuel. These are all reviews. All right, so based on this information, what could a review possibly be, Malik?
Something you want to check.
Alright.
Look over. Something to look over.
All right, so something you look over, something you check. So someone that writes a review is probably doing what? Are they giving you the facts? All right, no, you say opinion. Why do you say opinion?
No, we need that.
Not all of them are right. But they're different. So we know a report and review is different. So what's the difference between the two based on our experiences of reports and review in everyday life? What's the major difference between the two? Anybody?
Report is facts,
Uh-huh.
and review is it?
So if the review
I
isn't
review
facts,
your
what is
own
it?
personal, and what you think.
All right, so maybe it's an opinion or a bias, as Olivia said. All right, so the main difference, a book report is more so the facts, where the review, you get a little bit of facts, but it's more so an opinion, all right, or even an analysis of what you're going to buy or what you're going to read, all right? Remember the word analysis or analyze, and we talked about that one? What does it mean to analyze something? Remember on our worksheet? To do what? To look at it and do what?
Go over multiple times.
You go over multiple times and you do what to it? You check over it and you
Find the main idea.
you break it down, right? Remember, you take something big and you break it down into smaller parts. All right, so let me give you some notes on book reports and book reviews. Malik, can you pass this out? So, think about the authors of a book report versus the author of a book review. If you were you were a major company, you wanted to promote your product, right? You wanted to increase sales. Would a report or a review be more useful? What do you think, Jules? You're a CEO and you want to sell your product. What would boost your sales, a report or a review? All right, so you say a review. Why? Right, so you get someone's opinion. So if the public enjoys the book or the car or the movie, more than likely people are going to trust or believe other people like themselves versus the fact. So if reviews are based on opinion, can we trust them?
Not always.
What about a review maybe for a movie and the review came from the company that produced the movie? Can we trust it? What could be another motive?
Just to get you to buy it.
To get you to buy it, to spend your money, right? Alright, so this is the same thing you have in front of you. You see anything? The screen probably went to sleep. Oh, you know why? Alright, let me log back in. Alright, so this is useful types of informational text. Why would we call a book report or a book review informational text? Ashanti.
Because it gives you information about the book.
Right. You get information. What else? Why would a book review also be considered informational text?